Hello, everyone, and welcome in. This is your daily card reading for Wednesday, August 23rd. So we're going to take a look and see what all messages are coming through from the divine, from spirit, from God for you. As a reminder, today is when Mercury goes into retrograde. So maybe expect some hiccups there. This was the card that flipped. We'll just do a couple as a general overall reading. So that was the Magician and the Nine of Swords. And let's take a look at one more. Eight of Pentacles. So the Magician, and this is overall for everybody. So this is really about transforming that energy, and especially with Mercury retrograde being very heavy type of energy, that's kind of the push for everybody to look at trying to move that energy along. And then your Nine of Swords, this is going to be, there's some anxiety and some stress, probably because there's so much heavy energy to move. But then your Eight of Pentacles, that's about using your skills and showcasing your talents. So those are just kind of some overall messages before we get into the specific signs. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's first take a look at our earth signs. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, what messages are coming through for you? Strength. So now's the time, don't give up. You're getting towards the end of where you need to be in terms of lessons and pushing on through things. And your moon card is don't let your past hold you back. I feel like this one's come up a couple times, maybe for the earth signs in our readings. So some of this is it's easy to get drawn into whatever happened in the past, whether you're reliving happy times, whether you're reliving the sad times. So make sure that you're acknowledging it, learning what you need to from it, and making sure that you're also staying focused on the present and where you want to go in the future. Prosperity sisters are happiness and joy. So if you feel like the past is holding you back because maybe something bad happened and you feel like, oh, I just can't do anything because this is what my past looks like, you need to let that go. And have the strength to let that go. And that also is kind of that thought of just because you picked a path in the past doesn't mean that you have to stay on it forever. If it doesn't feel like it's resonating, if it doesn't feel like it's the right path, now's the time to look at it and do something different. And your spirit animal card is dolphin. Play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. So this one definitely goes with your prosperity sisters are happiness and joy. So, don't let all the heavy energy pull you back or pull you down. So that was the message for our earth signs. Let's move into our water signs, which is our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and see what all comes through for you. The Fool. So that's about taking that leap of faith, those new journeys, new adventure. So that's the beginning of something new. Oh, that was an awful lot of stuff that flipped. So I'm just going to put them back in there and keep shuffling. All right, and this one wanted to pop out, a time for healing. So this could be a new journey, and I'll pull another one because that one was a jumper card. But part of the taking a leap of faith is really committing to that healing. And then this is that reminder that prosperity lies ahead for you. So some of the times too, when we talk about healing and with like fears coming up, you don't want to make the same mistakes you've made in the past, but at the same time, you have to be able to let go of it. So if you're worried about, well, what if this person is talking behind my back? What if this, what if that? What if I'm going to get passed up for this raise at work or this promotion? Worrying about it isn't going to change it. And it can actually be throwing more negative energy into the situation, which may make some of these bad outcomes more likely. So some of it is just a matter of saying, I choose that I want to live a certain way. So maybe if somebody has broken your trust in the past, for example, and you say, well, I'm just not going to trust them. To some extent, yeah, I mean, you can do that, but you showing love and understanding and trusting somebody speaks to your character. What they do with that trust speaks to theirs. But it looks like there's the start of something new coming up for you, and prosperity lies ahead. This says, befriend the word polarize. So sometimes when we talk about things being polarized, we think of it in a bad way. But this is kind of looking at if there's things that are opposites, don't necessarily try to make everything be smooth and one. It's okay for one thing to be here and one thing to be here, because you have to have that balance. Like when you look at the infinity sign, it's going round and round and up and down. So be able to embrace the fact that there are some times where, the energy is going to be up here, sometimes out here, sometimes here, but it comes back around into that flow. So embrace that and accept kind of all seasons of that feeling, or of different life experiences. So for our water signs, we have hummingbird, miracles. You are the joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. So that is the message for our water signs. It's about healing and miracles. All right, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What message is coming up for you? Death. So, and sometimes the death card is, the death card. But this is just the ending of something. So, usually there's a sort of transformation that happens with it. It's not necessarily like a tower where whole huge pieces collapse apart, but there's the ending of, think of it this way, like a certain way of thinking. So if you've been stuck in this rut or this cycle, that's coming to an end. And some of it's just a matter of having that internal shift within you that says, you know what, I don't want to sit in this type of energy anymore. I'm committing to breaking free of that. So the death card, I don't look at it as a bad sign, just a sign of change. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So some of this is, it's easy to get too much into one or the other. And sometimes, especially if you feel like you're in a crisis point, or if you're kind of new to your spiritual awakening or new on your journey, it's easy to go totally all in on the spirituality part, which is important, but you also need to balance other aspects of your life, 3D aspects of your life, you got to eat type of thing. This one that jumped out was bliss is worth, it says creating from. So that bliss, you want to create it from within. So you're not just creating bliss for somebody else. And as I was starting to say, in terms of the spirituality part, sometimes when people first discover it, or first become awakened, or whatever you want to call it, it's easy to go totally down that rabbit hole. But to some extent, that can also just be another way of hiding. I'm just going to do all this research. I'm just going to dig into this. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to attach to something else, attach to this idea of spirituality, So it's like, if you're doing the inner work, that's great, but just make sure that you're not attaching too much to the concepts, because again, that would be putting all of your energy outside of you somewhere else. And then the card that I actually pulled was overrate your intuition. So really listen to your intuition, and that's kind of one of the biggest things along the spiritual path is finding that true voice, finding your intuition, finding your inner peace, your self-love. So that's I think I mentioned it maybe on yesterday's video as well, but there's a great little 2-minute video by Matt Kahn that talks about what's the difference between ego and intuition, and that intuition, when it's coming across, it doesn't give you an explanation as to why you should do it. Like if you have a voice in your head that's saying, you need to do this because of this, and this, that's ego, because that's putting all of this framework, all of this context around it. Intuition is just that sense of, I need to do this. I don't necessarily know why. I can't explain why. I just need to do it because you just feel it. All right. So for our air signs, Black Bear, Guardian, gentle and wise protector. Give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. So going along with that intuition card. So just make sure that you're listening to your intuition, respecting it. And if you just have a feeling that you should do something, even if you can't explain it to other people, some people will get it. People in your soul tribe, they will get it. But just know that that's your intuition talking. If you just have that sense of, I need to do this, even if it doesn't make sense, even if I can't explain it. All right, let's take a look at our fire signs. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yours is the Star. So this is, the divine pouring out its blessings on you. So it looks like it's going to be a good day, good positive energy. Let's take a look at the Moon card and see what comes up. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So that's that blessings coming down from the divine. So expect good things and just let them flow. Sometimes it's, if too many good things come in, it's like, I wonder why is all this coming? Is there, some hidden catch? But just let it flow and let yourself be in that state of acceptance and receiving. Let's see. In flow with money. So it looks like maybe for our fire signs, there was some good fortune at work, good inflow of maybe new customers, new clients, new business idea, new opportunities at work, promotions, raises, things of that nature. So looks like you're in flow. And your spirit animal card was Sea Otter, happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. So, wonderful card there. Well, and I hope today's reading has been helpful for you. And remember, today's an excellent day to work on your grounding, meditating, get plenty of rest, plenty of water, and wish you joy and peace along your journey. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.